The frustration of Mikel Arteta, Arsenal's transfer dilemma under Andrea Berta. Introduction. In the world of football, the balance between managerial ambition and executive decision-making can often dictate a club's success. This dynamic is particularly evident at Arsenal, where head coach Mikel Arteta has found himself increasingly frustrated with the activities, or lack thereof, of sporting director Andrea Berta. As the Gunners aim to solidify their position as title contenders, the pressing need for a potent striking force has become a focal point of contention. This article delves into the intricacies of this relationship and the critical implications for Arsenal's future. The background: Arsenal's striking needs. Since taking the helm at Arsenal, Mikel Arteta has sought to reshape the team into a competitive force in the Premier League. His vision requires not just tactical acumen but also the right personnel to execute his plans on the pitch. A primary concern has been the striking department. Despite having talented players, the lack of a consistent goal scorer has hindered the team's progress. Arteta has made it clear that he prioritizes strengthening the attacking line. Reports indicate that he has identified several high-quality targets who could significantly enhance the squad. However, the response from Berta and the club's executive team has been far from satisfactory, leading to a growing sense of frustration for the head coach. The role of Andrea Berta. Andrea Berta, appointed as Arsenal's sporting director, has a reputation for identifying talent and navigating complex transfer negotiations. His previous experiences at clubs like Atletico Madrid have earned him respect in the football community. However, his approach at Arsenal has come under scrutiny, particularly regarding his performance in the current transfer window. While Berta has reportedly identified a range of potential targets, the inability to finalize deals has left Arteta in a precarious position. The sporting director's reluctance to act decisively can be attributed to various factors, including financial constraints and a cautious approach to player acquisitions. Nevertheless, this has resulted in a disconnect between Arteta's ambitions and the club's strategic execution. Arteta's vision versus Berta's strategy. Arteta's vision for Arsenal is rooted in a fast-paced, attacking style of play. To fully realize this vision, he requires a striker capable of not only finishing chances but also linking up play and creating opportunities for others. The current squad, while talented, lacks a player who consistently delivers in front of goal. Reports suggest that Arteta has communicated his needs clearly to Berta, emphasizing the urgency of bringing in a new striker. However, Berta's strategic approach appears more conservative. His focus on long-term planning and financial sustainability has sometimes clashed with Arteta's immediate demands, creating tension within the club. The impact of inaction. The lack of decisive action by Berta has significant implications for Arsenal. First and foremost, it affects team morale. Players are likely aware of the club's struggles to secure quality reinforcements, which can lead to frustration and uncertainty within the squad. Additionally, the inability to bring in a new striker may hinder Arsenal's chances of competing for top honors, both domestically and in Europe. Moreover, the transfer market is a dynamic environment where timing can be crucial. As clubs around Europe make strategic moves, Arsenal risks falling behind if they remain indecisive. This not only impacts the current season but also the long-term vision that Arteta has for the club. Potential targets and missed opportunities. Arteta's frustration is compounded by the knowledge that several high-quality strikers are available on the market. Players who fit the profile he seeks, proven scorers with the ability to adapt to the Premier League, have been identified, yet Berta's hesitance to make moves has resulted in missed opportunities. Targets such as Victor Osimhen, Dusan Vlahovic, and Alexander Isak have been linked with Arsenal. Each of these players possesses the attributes necessary to elevate the team's attacking prowess. The failure to act on these opportunities not only jeopardizes the team's immediate goals but also sends a message to potential signings about Arsenal's ambition. The financial constraints. One cannot discuss the transfer market without addressing the financial realities that many clubs face, including Arsenal. The COVID-19 pandemic has left its mark on club finances, and the Gunners are no exception. Berta's cautious approach may be a reflection of the need to navigate these constraints carefully. However, this financial prudence must be balanced with the necessity of investment in key areas. Arteta's frustration stems from the belief that the club cannot afford to stand still while rivals strengthen their squads. A proactive approach in the transfer market is essential for Arsenal to remain competitive. Communication breakdown. The relationship between Arteta and Berta is crucial for navigating the complexities of the transfer window. However, reports suggest a communication breakdown may be contributing to the current impasse. While Arteta has expressed his needs clearly, it appears that Berta has not provided the necessary feedback or action to align with those demands. Effective communication is vital for a successful transfer strategy, allowing both parties to understand constraints and opportunities. A failure to engage in constructive dialogue can lead to misunderstandings and ultimately affect the club's performance on the pitch. The support from the board. The support of the board is essential for any sporting director to operate effectively. In Arsenal's case, the board's backing, or lack thereof, can significantly influence Berta's decision-making process. If the board prioritizes financial sustainability over immediate success, it may inadvertently hinder Arteta's ability to strengthen his squad. Arteta needs clarity from the board regarding the club's transfer strategy. If the directive is to build for the future, then Berta must communicate that to the head coach and ensure that Arteta's expectations are managed accordingly. Conversely, if the board is committed to competing for trophies now, then Berta must be empowered to act decisively in the transfer market. The fans' perspective. Arsenal supporters have voiced their concerns over the club's transfer strategies in recent seasons. The frustration surrounding the lack of action in securing a top striker is palpable among the fanbase. Supporters want to see ambition and a commitment to returning Arsenal to the upper echelons of English football. The disconnect between the ambitions of the head coach and the actions of the sporting director can lead to discontent among fans. If Arteta's vision is not supported by tangible actions in the transfer market, it risks alienating a loyal fanbase eager for success. The path forward. For Arsenal to navigate this challenging situation, both Arteta and Berta must find common ground. Open lines of communication are essential for understanding each other's perspectives and working towards a unified transfer strategy. Berta must take the initiative to finalize deals for the targets Arteta has identified. This may require a shift in approach, moving from a reactive to a proactive stance in the transfer market. Arteta, on the other hand, must remain patient and flexible, understanding the complexities of club finances while advocating for his vision. Identifying priorities. Both parties must agree on which positions are priorities. If a striker is deemed essential, then identifying and pursuing that target must be a top priority. Likewise, if other areas need addressing, a balanced approach in the transfer market is necessary to avoid putting all resources into one position. Engaging the fanbase. The club must also consider the role of the fanbase in this process. Engaging with supporters and providing transparency about transfer strategies can help rebuild trust. Communicating the rationale behind decisions, even if they are not immediately popular, can foster a sense of unity between the club and its supporters. Building a cohesive strategy. Ultimately, for Arsenal to thrive, a cohesive strategy that aligns the ambitions of Arteta with the execution capabilities of Berta is essential. This means establishing clear targets, financial parameters, and a timeline for achieving these objectives. A united front will not only enhance the club's chances of success on the pitch but also restore faith among supporters. Conclusion. The relationship between Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta is a microcosm of the challenges facing many football clubs today. Balancing immediate needs with long-term strategy is no easy task, and the stakes are high for Arsenal. As frustrations mount, it is crucial for both parties to engage in constructive dialogue, prioritize their objectives, and act decisively in the transfer market. The Gunners have a rich history and a passionate fanbase that deserves success. For Arsenal to reclaim its place among the elite in English football, both Arteta and Berta must work collaboratively to strengthen the squad, especially in the crucial striking department. Only through unity and shared ambition can Arsenal hope to navigate these turbulent waters and emerge stronger for the challenges ahead. Mikel Arteta's frustration, the quest for a stronger attack. Introduction. As the 2023-2024 football season unfolds, Mikel Arteta, the head coach of Arsenal FC, finds himself navigating a challenging landscape of expectations and ambitions. With a keen eye on enhancing the team's performance, Arteta has recently expressed his deep-seated frustrations regarding the club's transfer strategy, particularly in strengthening the attacking line. This article delves into Arteta's concerns, the implications for the team's future, and the critical nature of acquiring a natural number 9 to fulfill his vision for Arsenal. The context: Arsenal's 2022-2023 season. Last season, Arsenal showcased a commendable revival under Arteta, finishing in a respectable position but falling short in crucial moments. The team's attacking prowess was a glaring weakness, with a lack of a dominant striker hindering their ability to convert chances into goals. Arteta's tactical setup relied heavily on fluidity and creativity, but the absence of a reliable goal scorer left the team vulnerable, particularly in high-stakes matches. The importance of a number 9. Arteta's vision for Arsenal includes a potent attacking line capable of dismantling defenses. The traditional role of a number 9, typically characterized by strength, positioning, and an innate goal-scoring instinct, has been a missing piece in Arteta's puzzle. The manager's frustration stems from the realization that without this crucial component, his plans may falter, leading to another season of unfulfilled potential. Arteta's vision and tactical philosophy. Mikel Arteta's approach to football is rooted in a deep understanding of tactical nuances and player dynamics. He values possession-based football, quick transitions, and intelligent movement off the ball. However, these principles are contingent on having the right personnel to execute them effectively. The role of the sporting director. Edu Gaspar, Arsenal's sporting director, plays a vital role in realizing Arteta's vision. The relationship between a head coach and a sporting director is pivotal. They must work in tandem to identify targets that align with the club's strategic direction. Arteta's frustrations reflect a disconnect in this partnership, particularly regarding the urgency of acquiring a proven striker. The transfer market, opportunities and challenges. The summer transfer window presents a double-edged sword for Arsenal. On one hand, it offers the potential to bring in new talent that can elevate the squad. On the other, it is fraught with challenges, such as competition from rival clubs and the financial implications of high-profile signings. Targeting the right players. Arteta's focus on bolstering the attacking line involves identifying players who not only possess the technical skills required but also fit seamlessly into the team's existing structure. The hunt for a natural number 9 has led to speculation about several key targets, but securing these players is no easy feat. Market dynamics. In a competitive transfer market, clubs often engage in bidding wars, driving up prices for desirable players. Arsenal's financial strategy must balance ambition with sustainability, making the task of acquiring a top-tier striker even more complex. Arteta's frustration is amplified by the ticking clock of the transfer window, which adds urgency to his ambitions. Frustrations unveiled. Arteta's statements. Arteta's recent comments have shed light on his growing impatience. He has articulated concerns about the pace of negotiations and the club's ability to secure targets that align with his vision. His statements reflect a manager who is acutely aware of the stakes involved and the potential ramifications of failing to strengthen the squad. Quotes and insights. Arteta has emphasized, "My main focus is to strengthen the attacking line because our problem last season was the attacking position. We didn't have someone who is naturally a number 9. This candid acknowledgement of the team's shortcomings underscores the urgency with which Arteta views the situation. He further stated, "The way the sporting director is going about the issue is getting me frustrated," highlighting the disconnect between his expectations and the club's actions. The psychological impact on the team. Arteta's frustrations extend beyond tactical concerns, they also encompass the psychological impact on the squad. Players thrive in an environment where they feel supported and have clear pathways to success. The uncertainty surrounding transfer dealings can create an atmosphere of anxiety, potentially affecting team morale. Building trust and confidence. For Arsenal to realize its ambitions, Arteta must cultivate trust within the squad. This involves not only securing new talent but also ensuring that existing players feel valued and integral to the project. A cohesive unit is crucial for achieving the desired results on the pitch. The future of Arsenal. Navigating the challenges. As the season progresses, the pressure mounts for both Arteta and the club's leadership. The expectations from fans, media, and stakeholders are immense, and any failure to address the attacking concerns could lead to disillusionment among supporters. Strategic decision-making. Arteta's frustrations may serve as a catalyst for more decisive action from the club's hierarchy. It is essential for Arsenal to adopt a proactive approach to the transfer market, ensuring that they are not left scrambling for last-minute deals that may not align with Arteta's vision. The path forward. To achieve sustainable success, Arsenal must not only focus on immediate needs but also on long-term strategies that encompass player development, scouting, and financial prudence. Arteta's frustrations can be channeled into a renewed commitment to building a squad that embodies his tactical philosophy. Conclusion. A call for unity. Mikel Arteta's journey as Arsenal's head coach is marked by ambition, passion, and an unwavering desire to restore the club to its former glory. His frustrations regarding the transfer strategy underscore the complexities of modern football, where the interplay between management, coaching, and player acquisitions is more crucial than ever. As Arsenal navigates the challenges of the current season, it is imperative for all stakeholders to unite in pursuit of a common goal. By addressing the pressing need for a natural number 9 and aligning their efforts, Arsenal can pave the way for a brighter future and fulfill the aspirations of its passionate fanbase. In the end, football is not just about the tactics on the pitch, it's about the collective spirit that drives a club forward. Arteta's vision may yet find fruition, but it requires collaboration, understanding, and a steadfast commitment to excellence.